My name is Duddits, I do builds and stuff. I've recently been lucky enough to get my hands on this raid exotic, the Euphony. It's got the unique trait on their Spindle, where Threadling damage increases this weapon's damage. We're going to be talking about that perk and how exactly to get the most out of this weapon. There's a couple of different things I've seen on YouTube and stuff, and they're all absolutely excellent. But I just want to do my little take on it. Weavewalk, we're going to be featuring this one, so we can instantly get 5 perched Threadlings and go invisible. So maxing our Spindle damage out with Weavewalk, and also I'm going to be featuring Sanguine Alchemy whenever we put our Rift down. We'll get a 17 or a 37% damage increase if you run the Empowering Rift. So the video is going to be about maxing our Threadlings out so we can get an instant boost to that Spindle, and also featuring Sanguine Alchemy to get a strand damage boost. So stay with me, I'm going to break it all down. So the Euphony linear fusion rifle strand, 3 burst. It's got the perk on there, Unwound. Dealing sustained damage with this weapon spawns Threadlings at your target's location. This is absolutely very unique, and it's also got the perk on there, Spindle. Threadling damage increases this weapon's damage. So the more damage you do with this weapon, it will create Threadlings. I believe it's every 2 bursts it will create Threadlings. That will increase the Spindle damage, just like so. And how the Spindle damage works: every time you get times 4 times 5, every time you get a times 1, it's a 2% damage increase. So in this clip, if you get times 4, that is going to be an 8% damage increase. So 1 equals 2%. So the Spindle perk, very unique, but it does actually work with other Threadling damage as well. I know it's been pretty well documented, but you might not have seen it, so if you just watch this channel or something like that, so I thought I'd break it all down. So any Threadling damage, whether that's from your grenade, your rift, whatever, hatchling, it's all going to proc that Spindle perk. And on top of that, obviously the weapon creates Threadlings at that target's location as well. I believe it happens like every 2 bursts or something like that. It creates 4 Threadlings, which lock onto the target and increase that Spindle's perk. So that's how that works. So what I wanted to do is build up some Threadlings before I start damage. Now Weaver's Call is a really good one, because all you've got to do is place your Rift, and that will deploy 3 Threadlings just by putting your Rift down. Weavewalk is another one that's really good, because you can consume your melee, go invisible, and that will create 5 perched Threadlings. So just off the bat, you're going to have 5 perched Threadlings with Weavewalk, and it's pretty useful just in general anyway, just being able to go invisible and get the damage reduction, which is really good. And you'll see them 5 Threadlings just hovering around just like so. So you've got 5, which basically equates to an extra 10% damage with the Spindle, because if all 5 of them hit, Threadlings are a bit weird, as you know. And then on top of that, you can just put your Weavewalk down, your Weaver's Call down with your Rift and get another 3. So pretty much instantly, you'll be able to get 8, 10, 12, something like that, if all your Threadlings behave and go and do what they're meant to do. As we know, Threadlings can be a bit weird, but most of the time, 80% of them hit. And you see in this sort of situation here, I've just put my Weavewalk here. I've got them 5 Threadlings down. I'm also going to put my Rift down, do a bit of damage with my Euphony, and just by doing that, I've got like a times 8, 10, 12, pretty much straight away off the bat, which is pretty decent before you start damage. So I believe building into Threadlings, getting as many Threadlings as you can just before you start damage is absolutely crucial for this exotic weapon. So that was the Threadlings sort of covered. Pretty easy to do. Get a max stack of Threadlings before you start damage. Now what I also want to do is watch what happens when I put this Rift down. I am using an Empowering Rift, which is a 20% damage increase on its own, the Empowering Rift. You'll see what happens when I put this Rift down. I'm also instantly getting a strand weapon boost times 2, and the Empowering Rift and the Blood Magic perk. This is because I'm running Sanguine Alchemy. While standing in any Rift, it gain a bonus to weapons with a damage type matching your equipped super, or obviously on strand. It basically gives you times 2 weapon surge, 17%, but it does actually work with Empowering Rift, so you get a 37%. Plus we're running Weaver's Call with this, so basically as soon as you put your Rift down, you're going to get 37% damage increase if it's an Empowering Rift, and 3 Threadlings, which are all 2% each if they hit for the Spindle perk. So 2 for 6% plus 37%. That's just by putting your Rift down. So it's a really big damage increase and simply putting our Rift down. But as we've mentioned, you can actually build into it a little bit more with all the Threadlings that you can create with your Weavewalk and everything like that. So if you put your Threadling grenade down first, maybe proc your Weavewalk, something like that, and then put your Rift down, it's just a damage increase everywhere. Even if you haven't got any threadlings, just getting a 37% damage increase on the weapon feels really, really nice. And on top of that, with the strand fragments, Thread of Evolution, threadlings travel further and deal additional damage. This is an absolute must-have for Euphony. And then Thread of Ascent, activating your grenade ability is going to reload the weapon as well. So I pop my rift down there. You'll see I've already got a ×9 Spindle going on. That was from Weavewalk, my super, etc. A lot of them missed, but you get where I'm going with this. Building a stack up straight away, ×15, and I put my rift down to get that strand weapon boost. So it's just an all-round damage increase. I made a mistake on this clip. I actually put my rift too close to the middle. I should have put it further back to get that boost. But you can see there, 34k hits with a ×10, which is absolutely disgusting. Really, really strong. And then don't forget it's a free burst, so that 34k is ×3. So it's a really good solid little DPS setup. I've seen, again, like loads of different videos on this. Apotheosis Veil, Star Eaters is absolutely crazy. But if you don't have that class item, Sanguine is an absolutely excellent combo. And again, you'll see in this clip, I'm just proccing these 5 threadlings via my Weavewalk, which is going to be instantly an extra 10% damage as long as they all hit for the Spindle perk. Really, really good. And then again, cast my super, get a stack up to about 10, 15, 20 pretty much straight away. And put your rift down in that middle or somewhere a bit safer. Not like me, don't put it in the middle. Put it a bit further back and you can do some really nice damage. So in this clip, what actually happens is I actually lose my Spindle buff, but this is why I really like to run Sanguine Alchemy, because again, like, you might not have a 0 stack of that Spindle when you start damage, stuff goes on, you die, things like that. But just putting your rift down instantly gives you that massive damage increase on the weapon. And the other good thing with the Euphony and the Sanguine Alchemy, getting kills while you still inside that rift will extend the duration. And all the threadlings that you create from the Euphony perk, that will also extend the rift too. So it's a decent little setup. Now, it's a class ability based sort of exotic Sanguine Alchemy, so if you've got a weapon with Strategist lying about, it's a really, really good little combo. I've crafted this Pro Memoria strand, which is obviously the same as Euphony strand, which works with my current setup. You get the strand damage increase on that as well. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is make a Swarmers build with this, but I'm going to make it more of a run and gun type of play. I'm going to see what I can do with it. I'm going to get a video out on Euphony and Swarmers tomorrow. This one was sort of like a quick instant DPS setup. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.